Hi, I'm Layla Vaziri, SBR Multisports swim coach. I believe exercise should be a lifelong routine part of our daily lives. For whatever stage of life you're at, be it young, old, growing, or pregnant, staying active is important. Exercising during pregnancy is especially important to not only maintain your health for yourself and your baby, but to ensure a more pleasant pregnancy, delivery, and recovery. Exercising while pregnant, you have to be careful of not getting your body temperature too high. And fortunately, being in the water helps cool you down. Typically, doctors say wait 4 weeks for post-pregnancy exercise, but due to the safe and healthy nature of swimming, doctors say you can return to the water as little as 2 weeks after giving birth. The first drill, I'm going to focus on backstroke technique, and specifically the lining and the stretching of the spine. So for that, I call it the seahorse drill. You're going to start with your arms above your head. I want you to feel like each vertebrae is stretching and reaching up. I want you to feel like you're arching forward and opening up your chest. From this elongated position in the water, I want you to anchor your fingertips pointing out and pull super shallow in the water straight down to your hips. As you do this, your back and spine curve the opposite way. So you begin arching back, elongating your shoulders up, pulling super shallow to your hips, and now your spine is curved and pointing the other way, shoulders pointing up. The second drill, I want to target the hips. So we're going to do breaststroke kick on our back, or frog legs. The hips often store a lot of tension and stiffness. Swimming should help increase your range of motion, allowing you to reach positions that you couldn't otherwise on land. So for the frog leg drill, the upper body position is going to be your arms nice and wide in a wide position, and that your spine is going to be elongated. So no big bends either way. Standing up nice and tall, elongating each vertebrae, feeling like your neck and your back are just an extension of each other. For the frog leg kick, we're going to alternate 2 ranges of motion. So for the first one, we're going to stretch at the hip. I want you to think that you bring your knee up to hip distance, stretching and opening your inner thigh, and then completing the breaststroke kick. We're going to alternate that with a narrow kick. The narrow kick, I want you just to bring your heel up to your hip and then kick down. For the third drill, called the sea snake, I want to engage the body in a cross-body exercise. It's good to stimulate cross-sections of the body to practice balance, coordination, and circulation. So for the sea snake, we're going to be on our back facing up, and we're going to start with our arms above the head. For this, technique doesn't matter as much as the actual motion, so it doesn't have to be so clean. I want you to anchor with your right arm, getting a deep bend in your elbow, and bringing your left leg to a nice deep bend. I want you to kick and pull downward at the same time. Gently bring your arm back above your head. Now we're going to switch sides, getting a deep bend in your left arm, deep bend in your right leg, kicking and pulling down at the same time. On the upward way, I want you to breathe in, and on the downward motion, I want you to exhale. This motion may feel like a contrast to your normal instinct to kick and pull with the same side of your body. However, it's good to practice opposing motions to help in coordination and circulation. Hopefully performing these 3 drills, the seahorse, the frog legs, and the sea snake, which have been designed specifically for pregnant women, will contribute to your wellness during and after pregnancy. It is important to move with control and awareness of your heart rate. Also, always stay hydrated during and after your workout.
Thia's expecting a baby any day now. While she doesn't cycle as much as she used to, she hasn't given up during her pregnancy.
I didn't really see a need to stop, just exercise a little bit more caution when cycling around. But I've actually never been knocked off my bike, which is very, very unusual for a London cyclist. So I think in a way, I think I'm invincible.
The UK's National Cycling Association doesn't oppose cycling during pregnancy. Their vice president knows what she's talking about. She cycled during both her pregnancies and says it has its benefits.
I think cycling helps with that, and that it pushes you, and it can get painful. When you're cycling, you're so tired, you're so exhausted, and it's a sort of pain which is good when it comes to labour and giving birth.
But some obstetricians say other sports like yoga might be a better option. They argue that after the second trimester, the weight of the tummy and the chances of falling make cycling a high risk for women.
Being late pregnant, it would be entirely foolish to cycle with a big tummy and If you go out and cycle in a village near Oxford on a Sunday afternoon at 12 weeks of pregnancy, no problem with that at all.
Yet Thea says that if you're careful enough, there's no need to give up cycling. In fact, she hopes that her baby will also share her love for cycling.
She's not going to have much choice, really. We've already got a baby cycling seat that she's going to be using, and then she'll have a bike and she'll have to come out with us anyway.
And since some pregnant women are determined to go on cycling, the debate is set to continue. Aarti Jitendra for City International.